Okay, welcome to today's session. I am so excited to dive in and teach you how to choose the right funding options for your African business. Now, as African entrepreneurs, I can understand the challenges we face day by day when it comes to funding. But I want you to understand that there are some diverse means of funding that can be an option for your own African business. Okay, and choosing the right one is what's going to help you to avoid things like rejection or making mistakes when it comes to assessing the right funding. Okay, let us dive right in. And if you're wondering, who is this person? Who is this? I've never seen this face before. Then I would like to introduce myself to you. Hi, my name is Ellen, and I'm the founder and lead coach at Black Nest Africa. You see, I've been teaching for over 20 years. In fact, I started teaching just when I was 5 years old. I developed a passion for teaching at that young age. That's when I used to gather up my mother's mops and line them up as students, and I would use charcoal on her beautiful white wall and stain it all up while teaching these mobs who, in my imagination were my students. I was a natural born educator even from a young age. But my passion for teaching did not just stop there. I went on to become a highly successful grant winning business coach and mentor, helping entrepreneurs all across Africa unlock their full potential. And let me tell you, I have made my fair share of mistakes along the way. I have failed in business and tough lessons were learned. Tough lessons were learned. But you know what they say? When you fall down 7 times, you stand up 8 times. That's exactly what I did. I dusted myself up. I dug deeper, learned and researched and learned what I did wrong so that this time I would get it right. And that's what propelled me to launch Black Nest Africa, which is a community dedicated to empowering African businesses through top notch training, access to funding, and skilled talent. Because I never ever want any entrepreneur to make the same mistakes that I did. In the next few minutes, you are going to learn the different funding options that are out there and how to choose the right funding option for yourself, for your business. There are multiple funding options that are out there, but how do you get the one that is right for your business so that you avoid things like rejection, you avoid things like not knowing the right things to do, you avoid things like not being able to fill the form correctly, you know? The funding options available to African entrepreneurs. The first is personal financing. This includes your savings, either bootstrapping or using friends and family to fund your business. Personal financing. The next is angel investors and venture capital. After that, we have crowdfunding. After that, we have microfinance and small business loans. After that, we have grants and government funding programs. So now I'm just going to give you a minute to just take it in. Take all the funding options in. So you can see that there's more than one funding option. There's more than just getting a loan or getting a grant. You can actually finance your business through personal finance, either saving, bootstrapping, or going to angel investors or venture capital. But what do these things even mean? What do they mean? Let's dive deeper and see. So the first thing we have here is personal financing. And what do we say personal financing involves? It involves your savings, bootstrapping, using friends and family. And to just help us capture this better, I'd like to share my story of when I started business. You see, I started my business in my 300 level. Then I was in a private university and I had just purchased this product, this skincare product, from this lady who was such a big name in school then. And after using her products, the products messed my skin up. It messed my skin up. And I was like, "Ah, if this lady is selling such terrible products, she's selling this kind of product and it did not work for me. Instead, it gave me a terrible reaction. Then that means there's a market for me here to come and fix this." So that was when I decided, okay, I'm going to save a little bit of cash. So from the pocket money my parents were sending me then, I saved 20,000 naira and then I purchased a few skincare raw materials and and some utensils to use to produce the skincare product. Then Nigeria was not this bad. Nigeria was not this bad. And with the 20,000 naira, I was able to get some oils. I was able to get some measuring cups because when I went to do my research, I realized these were the tools that were being used to create skincare products then. So measuring cups, and of course, I did my research on YouTube. So it was mostly DIY. So that was what I went to get. So you can see I used my own money to start this business. It may not have been much, but it was something, just to give you a clearer idea of what bootstrapping is. So basically, personal financing using your own money, cutting costs and reinvesting profits back to your into your business. It can be that too, that you're already making a little bit of money and you're reinvesting it back into your business. The next thing I want to talk about is your friends and family, supporting you when it comes to your business. That's supporting you with cash. I remember just before I got a grant, my parents did not see me as someone who was serious. It seemed like I was just doing a hobby. So I would be mixing at the back of our house. I'll make these skincare products, maybe sell one, sell two. So nobody took me seriously until I got to the extent of being selected for the Tony Elumelu $5,000 funding. That was when my family members were like, "Oh, okay, there's actually something here for Uncle Tony to see this little girl, see her business, and see that okay, there's actually something here." So that was when my family members now decided to bring out the money in their pockets to assist me. And through that assistance, I was able to get a space, I was able to get furniture, I was able to get, so many things. So sometimes when you're going to that your uncle or that your auntie and you're asking for money to do your business, they're looking at you like, this person, I'm not sure, because you are not showing them anything. You're not, it's just an idea. You have no minimum viable product. You don't have anything to show for it. Where is your business plan? Where are your financial projections? Why are you showing them that, okay, if they give you this money in the next 3 years, they're going to be making 5 million naira? Why are you showing them that in the next 4 or 5 years, they give you 1 million naira, now you can turn that money into 10 million? Nobody wants to invest in an empty vessel. Nobody wants to give you money and it just ends up a waste. Do you understand? So you have to bring something to the table. You have to show them. In the end, it is your vision. It's not their vision. So you have to convince them. You have to do something convincing. And of course there's the family members that can just trust you and hand the money to you. Another thing about personal financing is can involve borrowing or getting investments from people like friends and family. And with this, it helps you to stay in full control of your company. Though the growth may be slower, it may be a slow growth depending on the amount of money you get, but it is a good option if you don't want to share ownership or give up control to outside investors. Okay, let's move on really, really quickly. The next is angel investors or venture capital. Getting funding from wealthy individuals, investors, or professional investment firms. This is what venture capital or angel investment is about. Normally, they give you a big chunk of money. So, you've heard of the people who are earning from $10,000 to $1 million in their business, from angel investors or venture capital. The thing is, in exchange, they get a stake in your business and they may want to see how you run things in your business. So that means you're giving them a specific percentage of your business. And even though they can be very helpful because they'll provide you with advice, they provide you with connections and expertise beyond just the money. So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of having angel investors. So before you go out there, you need to do your research. Usually, angel investors focus more on early stage startups. Do you understand? So if you have an idea or you just started in business, you just started getting traction, you can go and pitch to an angel investor, even though they invest small amounts of money from $5,000 to about 50 or $20,000. But venture capitals, they're looking for more mature businesses, businesses that they have gained enough traction. There's proof of scalability in this business. Those are the people they look out for, and they are giving them huge chunks of money. So before you go out there and say venture capital or angel investment is not working for you, you need to understand where your business is first of all. You need to understand who you're going to. You cannot just go to a venture capital with an idea you thought of yesterday and expect to get funded. They will look at you like you're crazy. They'll look at you like you're crazy. So these are some of the things that inform the decisions you do when searching for funding. Next is crowdfunding. We all know what crowdfunding is. It's basically raising money from a large group of small investors. I don't want to say people, but small investors. This could be your family members, people you know, just a large crowd, you know. And with this, you have to be really convincing. It helps you test your idea to see if people will be willing to back it or not. And also, it helps you get early stage customers. That's before going for bigger funding. The good thing about crowdfunding is it allows you to maintain control of your business. But the problem is you may not get as much money as the other options like venture capital or angel investors, sorry, not crowdfunding. So now, if you want to crowdfund, you have to go and search a platform that you can use. It's practically asking lots and lots of people for money, and you have to be convincing. So if you know that you are a good salesperson, then crowdfunding might be for you. So go out there, find a trusted platform, put up your business, show what your business can do, and get the support you need. All right. So I just want to take a moment for you to breathe because I feel like I've given you so much information. So breathe in, breathe out. Now let's go into microfinance and small business loans. We all know what a loan is. This is when we go to borrow money from either microfinance bank or a bank, and usually you get smaller, more accessible loans from banks, MFIs, and other lenders. They usually don't give that big amount depending on where your business is. And usually, when you're going for a loan, you need to be thinking about day to day financing of either your operation, and it's something that's short term. So, if you need cash for like 12 months, 24 months, then that's when you should be thinking of getting a loan. When it comes to loan, you're not thinking of 10-year span, 20-year span now. You're thinking of, okay, you need cash to buy machines, you need cash to scale, to expand in the next 6 months. So that's usually when you can start thinking about loans, and it's a good option if you don't qualify for larger loans or investments from companies. That's it about loans, borrowing money, and usually it's in smaller bits, and you get to negotiate the interest rate. Please always negotiate your interest rates. Confident, and put your books together, your business plan, your pitch deck. You need to know how to pitch, but we'll come back to that. And finally, is grants and government initiatives. Basically, a grant is free money from government programs, NGOs, or development organizations. With grants, you don't need to give up any ownership of your business. None. And it is a good option if your business is working on an important social or economic challenge. So, most times, most of the grants now, they will ask you if there's any sustainable development goal that you are pushing, and um, it really encourages you to get access to some of these grants. Another thing is it allows you to maintain control of your business, so you're not giving anybody any percentage of your business, but you may not get as much money as other options because it may be a fixed amount. Sometimes grants are competitions, pitch competitions. And yeah, with grants, it's quite competitive because a lot of people are rushing and gushing after this. Personally, my favorite way of funding is personal financing. If you can find a way to finance your business by yourself, if there's just a way, I feel like that's the best option. Peace of mind, you're not taking any risk, you're not fighting with anybody, you're not competing with anybody, but sometimes competition is necessary, especially when it comes to business. I also really encourage business owners to have a social or economic challenge that they're addressing at Blackness Africa, we're very, very keen about that because we want you to grow sustainable business through purpose driven entrepreneurship. So it's not just you are coming to do business just to make money, but there should be a purpose behind this. And yeah, you need to give back to your community. You need to give back to your community. That is it. So those are the five funding options available to African entrepreneurs. Now let us move to choosing the right funding path to follow. Now, after listening to all these various financing options, I want you to sit down and really think and look at where your business is at currently. Are you just starting to get established? If you're just starting to get established, you have no business doing venture capital or finding venture capitalists unless you are sure. In fact, no, no. You have no business finding venture capitalists. Okay, you can go into angel investment, pitch your idea. You need to know how to tell your story in a captivating way. It's not just hard, cold facts that you are sharing. Some of you don't even know. You don't know your numbers. You have no records of your finance. You don't even know where your business is going. You don't know your projections. You don't even know some of these words that when you're going out to pitch, they're asking you and you're confused. When they ask you, okay, have you been able to break even? You don't even know what it means. Please, if you don't know all these things, follow us at Blackness Africa and let us help your life. Let us help your life. And when you're able to figure out whether you're just starting or you're already established, it will help you figure out if it is angel investors, venture capitalists, or any of the other options, which one is a better fit. But you need to sit down and be honest with yourself. And if you don't know, we can help you. We can help you. Reach out to us on Blackness Africa and we will help you. Usually, angel investors are good for newer early stage companies, while VCs usually invest in more mature businesses. Government grants and support programs can be great if your business is working on important social slash economic challenges. You don't have to give up any equity for this. So if you are a social impact business, that's why you need to sit down and look at yourself, look at your business. That's when you can chase some certain government grants. That's when you can chase some certain support programs. Okay. Also consider how much control and involvement you want from investors. That should influence the kind of funding choice that you would get. Okay. Is it only 10% you have to give out? Is it only 10% of your business that you are willing to give out? Then you have no business going to a venture capitalist who wants 50%, who wants 30%. You need to take the time to really, really understand all these different funding types that are available to you. And when you are able to understand all of this, then you will find the right funding fit, which is going to be the key to successfully growing your African business. Okay, so we have officially come to the end of this, and I strongly believe that now you fully understand the funding options available to African entrepreneurs and you fully understand how to choose the right funding path to follow. I just want to let you know that on the 7th of July, we are having a webinar as Blackness Africa called Unlocking Funding Opportunities, where we are going to share the secrets to accessing capital for your business. So this is just 20 minutes of just scraping the top. Then we are going to go deeper. Deeper, we're going to hold your hand. We're going to explain to you much better everything you need to do to unlock funding opportunities. When it comes to your pitch, we're going to show you examples of successful entrepreneurs and what exactly they were able to do to access that funding. People in Africa are getting funding. Africa is one of the largest landscape of funding. We are getting funded every day. People are getting funded. Why can't it be you? Come for this webinar. Okay, we would help you. We will hold your hand and walk you through the process. You would see what you are doing right and you see what you are doing wrong. Like I said in the beginning, I don't want entrepreneurs to make the same mistakes I made. So I've gone to learn every single thing that I need to learn, and I'm here to pour out into you because I want your success. If you miss out on this, you're on your own, or your is your case, you're on your own. This is for people who want to move to the next level in their business. This is for people who want to not be left behind. This is for people who want to grow and get, this is for the people who want to get the funding they need to grow in their business. So 7th of July by 8:30 p.m. we are going to have this webinar, and I hope I see you there. See you guys next time. Bye.